Pandakambara ndainziwa bara iko oh mwari koininda tadze iko vaijema
Zimbabwe National Disability Rights Campaign is a coalition campaign that sets out to promote the inclusion of persons with disabilities in society and eliminate barriers towards the full enjoyment of their rights.
In 2018, Sightsavers launched Put Us in the Picture campaign, which later became the Equal World campaign, to call for the rights of persons with disabilities to be upheld. So the Equal World campaign covers a multiple of countries in Africa and Asia. Our work has supported efforts to put disability policy into action.
This campaign seeks to influence policymakers and duty bearers to enact new legislation on disability to replace the current Disabled Persons Act of 1992, as well as to ensure the operationalization of Section 83 of the Constitution of Zimbabwe.
Beyond the enactment of a new act on disability, there is need to come up with other new complementary pieces of legislation in order to ensure that persons with disabilities enjoy their rights. For example, while the Constitution is clear that sign language is an official language or an officially recognized language, which is one of the 16, and ought to be improved, there is no operational framework within which that can be achieved. There is therefore a need for a sign language act which will provide for how sign language can be developed, taught, and be made available in public places. There is need again to align various pieces of legislation with Section 83 of the Constitution and the UNCRPD. For example, our Mental Health Act, which uses outdated terminology and still refers to persons with mental impairments as mentally retarded, imbeciles, and insane. That sort of terminology must be refined in line with the new expectations.
The goal of the coalition is to ensure that persons with disabilities in Zimbabwe are afforded clear and pronounced enforceable rights through a holistic legal instrument that also contributes to the domestication of the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, as well as contributing towards the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals and the pledge of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development to leave no one behind.
The Equal Zimbabwe campaign comes at an opportune time when Persons with Disabilities Bill is part of the 10th Parliament's legislative agenda and is now at an advanced stage. The work done by Sightsavers thus far is commendable and is of great importance, considering that the soon-to-be tabled bill marks a great milestone in the history of the disability rights movement. The collaboration undertaken between Sightsavers and OPDs, or organizations of persons with disabilities, including our umbrella bodies, working jointly with our own parent ministry under the Department of Disability Affairs, as well as the Office of the Special Advisor in the Office of the President and Cabinet, are all an indication that together we grow in leaps and bounds. Persons with disabilities should actively participate in the formulation of this bill, wherever and whenever. Persons with disabilities must also have the law that themselves want, and the bill must be only their voice that must count, with others supporting that effort. We also hope that our own administrative infrastructure of government will also have the same level of tolerance and inclusivity that the political leadership of Zimbabwe is also shown when it comes to disability issues.
Equal Zimbabwe is a coalition of over 20 organizations of persons with disabilities from across the country, as well as several civil society organizations. It is led by a steering committee of elected OPD members, with Sightsavers Zimbabwe forming the campaign secretariat. As the secretariat, Sightsavers is responsible for the administration of the campaign and for the coordination of the campaign activities, engaging all coalition partners. This policy brief has been developed from a series of studies and interviews with disability sector stakeholders. It outlines the relevant gaps and identifies policy recommendations in order to ensure the equal enjoyment of rights by persons with disabilities in Zimbabwe.
Ndinobva Midlands Province kukwe South Chief Njelele. Ndakatarisa event ino yakakosha zvikuru nokuti inotipangidza pamwechete nekutidzidzisa zvinhu zvavanhu zvatisingazivi, kunyanya isusu vanhu vekumisha. Tinoti tikaona munhu arwara nechirwere cheepilepsy, tinoti wanenge haafani kuti aende kuchikoro, haafani kuti ange achinosangana nevamwe, nenyaya yekuti zvaari haasi munhu. Tikamuendesa ikoko tinomukanganisa, kunyanya kwachona kuenda kuchikoro chaiko haatoendi, vanhu havatoendesi. So ngapave ne-awareness campaign like iyo iyi zvamatoita izvozvi zvinotipangidza kuti tifambe tichidzidzisawo vamwe vedu kuti munhu ane-epilepsy munhu akangofanana newe. Pakanga pachibvira moto wesango veiled fire. Saka moto uyu wakanga wakatoganhwa ne-main road uchipfuta another side. Saka ndiri mukati mekutofambawo ndichienda kwandaenda. Changu chandakagumisidza kuziva ndechekuti moto ndakagumisidza kuziva moto uchipfuta another side. Kuti ndinozwa kuti chii chakazoitika whatever. Hatina kuzomboona kuti chii chakazoitika. Asi ndakatozoona late ndatotsva kudhara kuti ndozvazvave ndatopindwa nemhepo yakundirova izvezvo. Ndarangira ndaita sei, asi kuti ndizwa kuti zvakafamba sei, kuti ndidzamare nditsve kana kuti zvakaita sei, handinoziva. Bye.